Ladies and gentlemen, people often look at someone's success and think, wow, that's impossible. How did they even do it? Whether it's smashing records, achieving something that feels out of reach, or creating a path where none existed, the world is quick to label it as impossible. But let me tell you something straight up, the word impossible is just a fancy way of saying not yet tried with everything you've got. I'm standing here today not as someone who had everything handed to her, but as someone who was told over and over again that her dreams were too big, too bold, or too unrealistic. Honestly, there were times when I believed those voices. I questioned myself, doubted if I was even worthy of the dreams I carried, but every time I hit a wall, something inside me would whisper, keep going. The secret to achieving the impossible isn't in some magical formula. It's not about luck or being born with the perfect circumstances. It's about the choices you make when no one is watching, the battles you fight in silence, and the relentless belief that no matter how hard it gets, you're going to show up over and over again. Let me tell you a story. When I first stepped into this industry, I was an outsider in every sense of the word. I didn't speak the language, didn't know anyone, and certainly didn't fit into the mold of what people expected. And you know what happens when you don't fit in? People doubt you, they criticize you, they'll say things like she doesn't belong here, or this isn't for her, and for a while I let those voices get to me. But then one day I made a choice. I decided that if I was going to dream, I was going to dream big. If I was going to work, I was going to give it everything. I didn't want to live a life wondering, what if? So I started small, I started where I was, I focused on my craft, on dancing, on performing, on learning. I said yes to opportunities, even the ones that scared me. And let me tell you, the journey wasn't smooth. There were rejections that felt like punches to the gut, moments where I thought of giving up. But every time I stumbled, I reminded myself why I started. I reminded myself of that young girl who wanted to make her mark, who wanted to create something extraordinary. Here's the thing about chasing the impossible. It's not just about working hard, it's about resilience. It's about getting back up when life knocks you down. It's about embracing failure as part of the process. Every time I failed, I learned something new. Every no I heard pushed me closer to the yes that would change everything. When Dilbar happened, people called it an overnight success, but let me tell you, there was nothing overnight about it. It was years of blood, sweat, and tears, of showing up when no one believed in me, of perfecting every move until my body ached, of dreaming so loudly that I drowned out the noise of doubt. The impossible doesn't bow down to wishful thinking. It respects effort, persistence, and audacity. It requires you to step out of your comfort zone, to face your fears, and to believe in your vision, even when the world doesn't. And yes, there will be moments when the journey feels lonely, when the people around you don't understand why you're working so hard, why you're sacrificing so much. But that's the price of chasing something extraordinary. The people who achieve the impossible aren't the ones who wait for permission. They're the ones who take risks, who put in the hours, who refuse to settle for mediocrity. I've always believed that success isn't just about talent. It's about mindset. It's about the energy you bring, the way you carry yourself, and the way you show up for your dreams. Even when the odds are stacked against you, even when it feels like the whole world is rooting for you to fail, you have to hold on to that spark within you, because if you don't believe in yourself, why would anyone else? One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that your journey is your own. Don't compare your path to someone else's. Don't let the success of others make you feel like you're falling behind. Focus on your lane, on your growth, and on your purpose. Every step you take, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to your dreams. And remember, achieving the impossible doesn't mean you won't feel fear or doubt. It doesn't mean you won't question yourself. It means choosing to move forward despite those feelings. It means trusting that every effort, every setback, every late night and early morning is shaping you into the person you're meant to become. Sometimes people ask me, Nora, aren't you afraid of failure? And my answer is simple, of course I am. But I'm more afraid of not trying. I'm more afraid of waking up one day and realizing that I let fear dictate my life. Failure doesn't define you, giving up does. The truth is, we all have the power to achieve the impossible. It's not reserved for a select few. It's for anyone willing to put in the work, to dream unapologetically, and to believe in their potential. You don't have to have it all figured out, you just have to start. So if you're sitting here today with a dream that feels too big, too far away, or too impossible, let me be the first to tell you it's not. You are capable of more than you can imagine. You have everything you need within you to turn that dream into reality. The road won't be easy, and there will be moments when you feel like giving up. But those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments that test how badly you want it. And when you finally achieve what once felt impossible, when you look back at the journey you've taken, you'll realize it wasn't about the destination, it was about the growth, the lessons, and the strength you found along the way. So go out there and chase your dreams with everything you've got. Be bold, be fearless, and remember the impossible is just waiting for someone like you to prove it wrong.